Today on Live Daily News, ground has been broken for a new sports complex here in San Angelo. An inmate has been indicted following an attack, and the SAPD is hosting a meeting with residents in North San Angelo. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, looking for the best buffalo wings in San Angelo? Head on over to the ArcLight Bar and Grill, conveniently located inside the Clarion Hotel at 441 Rio Concho Drive. Their variety of wing flavors is second to none, featuring options like raspberry chipotle, ghost pepper, Nashville hot, sweet heat honey, teriyaki lime, everything rub, and the classic hot wing. Relax and let ArcLight toss your wings to perfection while you enjoy the largest video wall in West Texas, surrounded by 20 additional flat-screen TVs. Pair your meal with one of their daily drink specials for the ultimate dining experience. Visit ArcLight Bar and Grill inside the Clarion Hotel in 441 Rio Concho Drive in downtown San Angelo. Starting things off, groundwork has begun on Smashers, a pickleball sport complex going in on Southwest Boulevard. Construction crews were seen working this morning preparing the ground for the $5 million pickleball facility and restaurant. Smashers is going to have 7 indoor and 2 outdoor pickleball courts, an outdoor tennis court, a full bar and restaurant, and over 10,000 square feet of playground area. Owners JC and Amber Gallagher are hoping to have Smashers open by the summer of 2025. The San Angelo Police Department is hosting a Northside Community Advisory Committee tomorrow, December 3rd, discussing security. The meeting will take place from 5:30 to 6:30 at the San Angelo First Assembly of God Church, located at 1442 Edmonds Boulevard. San Angelo Police Chief Travis Griffith will lead the event and encourage residents to share their questions, comments, concerns, and ideas on how to better protect and serve the Northside San Angelo area. It will also give residents the opportunity to learn how the police department is already implementing strategies to safeguard the neighborhood. Have you downloaded the San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's free and it's the best app in the business. Download it off the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to stay up to date with news in San Angelo. And an inmate in the Tom Green County Jail has been indicted by a Tom Green County grand jury for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury for attacking a fellow inmate. 28-year-old Elias Galaviz was observed on surveillance footage in the Tom Green County Jail, allegedly attacking another inmate over him owing someone money. Galaviz, along with other inmates, attacked the victim by allegedly punching him and kicking him in the face and head area. Galaviz is next due in court on December 17th. Now into weather. The short, cold spell is over and San Angelo looks to warm up for a little bit. Right now it's 62 degrees outside with a high of 64 and a low tonight of 45. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a high of 59 and then a low tomorrow night around 46. Wednesday it'll be cloudy with a high of 66 and then Wednesday night the low will be down around 44. On Thursday and Friday we have a small chance of showers and highs will be in the low 60s and lows will be in the mid 40s. When we come back we'll hear from ASU's volleyball coach Chuck Waddington, but first a word from the Bass Bunch.
$59,999 for a new Ford Expedition XLT. Get a full-size 3-row seating SUV for the family that needs a lot of room. Equipped with a moonroof, second-row captain seats, along with many more features, make it the absolute perfect SUV. You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, Houston Hart and Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com, or use this QR code. Yep, the one on my shirt.
Pretty successful past couple of weeks. Go up to Canyon, win the LSC tournament. You say a goal for your program is to always be playing in December. You're playing in December and you're hosting the South Central Regional. So just talk us through what the past couple of weeks has been like for you and your program.
Well, it's been a lot. There's a lot that's happened since the last time we talked here. We went up and won a championship on someone else's court. And that's hard to do. And I think the number was West Texas A&M was 18-1 going into championship finals, and for us to come away with a win there says something, based on that. And there were 1,000 people there, and probably 40 of them wanted us to win. So it was a great environment though. They were great fans. They know volleyball up there, and so it was a fun match. It was back and forth, and one thing about WT is they don't ever stop playing, and. We're up by 6 or 7 in the first set. They come back and win, and I've seen that movie before, and our team really could have just laid down, but they did not. They came back, they came roaring back, really, and really the grit that they showed to be able to do that in a hostile environment like that was great to see, And then being able to host, holy cow, I didn't think that enough things could happen for that to work out, you know, but you know, Metro wins their conference tournament, but they don't get to play the best team. The Mesa, who's number 2 in their conference, loses in the semis, you know, and so we got to play all the best teams in our conference. So it just worked out. Like there's nothing coaching wise I did, you know, to make that happen. It was just it just happened, you know, and you know, I'm excited that we get to host. I hope the community can come out, you know, for 3 days and really make a difference, you know, in the outcomes of these matches. I think it's going to be fun, and we have extra bleachers pulled out, you know, so there's plenty of space. So we hope we can get some people out for those matches.
Coach, what has this season shown you about just the team that you're coaching? What has it shown you just overall of your coaching experience?
Yeah, they're different, you know. I think that they fight, you know, that they play within themselves, you know. They're not trying to do things that most of the time, I'll say they don't do things that they don't normally do. They just play pretty steady. You know, I think Adeline has been really a steadying force for us as a setter. She keeps our hitters happy. She's a pleaser, you know. She's really hard to rattle. You know, she's always smiling, and you know, our libero play has been spectacular. Callie's been great all year. Our 2 outsides have been really good, and we've had some freshmen really step up and fill some important roles in big situations, and have just played steady, you know. So we're not super flashy, you know. We're not the biggest, most physical team. We've been fortunate to be able to consistently play good volleyball.
How much do you attest your team's tough road schedule to the chemistry that you have seen built on this team this year?
Well, we had some road adventures, you know, not just road travel, you know, where you get stuck on the side of the road, you know, and your bus has a flat tire, and you know, like it changes your team, you know, in a really positive way. I wouldn't plan for that, you know. I wouldn't want that to happen, but it happened, you know. We were on the road for 4 straight weeks and just had some stuff, you know, and I think it really brought our team together, and it showed that we can be a strong chemistry unit, you know, and play together. And you know, despite the fact that we've got 20 kids on this team and probably 9 or 10 play, that they can still be supportive of each other. I think a lot of that has to do with those experiences we had preseason.
How do you feel about your opener, the first team that you're going to play here at regionals?
Colorado Christian is a good team. They're on a roll. You know, they won their way into the regional tournament. You know, they beat some really good teams, and teams that were ranked ahead of them, teams that were in the regional, and they knocked one out. You know, so I mean, they've got some nice players. Bobby, their head coach, he's a great coach. He gets a lot out of his team, you know, every single year, and so it's no walkover. That's for sure. We're gonna have to come out and compete because they've got some good kids that can score. They play tough defense. They serve tough. So every match in this regional, just looking across the board, is just like they're all going to be knockdown, drag-out type matches, and I expect no less.
Coach, your previous trip to Canyon, prior to the tournament, of course, took a 3-0 sweep to the Lady Buzz. What was different, aside from the outcome, of course, what was different within your team that you saw in maybe the competition or whatever it was, compared to that match where you lost 3-0 to this one where you took the win in the championship?
Well, that's a good question. You know, our focus was different. You know, I think we went up there on a mission, but I really think either of those teams could have won. You know, we win the semifinal in a 17-15, you know, 5-set thriller, you know, to a really, really good UT Tyler team. You know, one swing either way, and that match is over in the other direction. So I just think that our team believes in each other, you know, and I think that, you know, we went up there the first time and they played lights out. Like, and we were on our heels. Like, our mentality, our approach to the game was different than any other game that we had. So I think our mentality was much better. I think we came in with an expect-to-win mentality, and it really just, you know, you set the tone from the service line. You know, your first contact is everything in volleyball, and I think we handled that part of the game really well, you know, and so I felt like we could apply a little more pressure than we did the first time. You know, WT is talented across the board. You know, they can score in every position on the court, and we made it just a little harder this time than we did the first time. so I think that was probably the biggest difference.
And then last week of the regular season, you talked about how your team took a little playoff mentality in those last 2 matches against DBU and UT Tyler. Do you think that kind of helped your team mentally throughout the tournament?
Well, there was a lot on the line in those matches, for everybody. Tyler was tied with us in second place. DBU was pushing and had some high quality wins in the region, so those matches had that playoff feel, like that postseason feel, and we stayed with that mentality. We carried it through, and it's a good thing because we needed every bit of that, to be in the position we're in right now. So our team is excited about the opportunity. I'm excited to be in front of our home crowd. My family gets to watch us play, which is great. So, but there's no easy path for anybody in this regional this weekend, and so we got to be ready to go.
And then, of course, you kind of touched on it with how it meant to the team. But what does it mean to you personally? And again, you also just touched on it. What does it mean to you personally to be able to host this regional again?
Well, it means I get to sleep in my own bed. Same for our team. You don't have to live out of a suitcase for a week and travel and do all that stuff. Now there are distractions when you're at home. There's no question about that. There are other things that can get in the way, and so we have to do a good job of really just staying like-minded and staying, kind of singularly focused on what we're trying to do. But I like the fact that, we've had great crowds all year long, all year. We've set records this year for attendance and for Angelo State volleyball. And we get to reward those fans with another opportunity to come out and watch us play. I love that. I love the fact that they, thought they were done watching us play. And, after our regular season was over, everybody kept asking me, we're going to get another home game. We're going to get another home game. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see, And so we get to reward those fans with another home game, at least one, hopefully 3, But I just love this community and the support that it gives when it comes to stuff like this. And I'm expecting 2,000 people in this arena on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday if we get there. So no pressure. We really do. We want to see you out there because this team is fun to watch, and I'm glad we get to play in front of our home crowd at least one more time.
And Coach, I want to ask about Callie. She got named Libero of the Year. Long overdue in my opinion, but what's it like for you to see someone who's been here all 4 years, who came in, didn't really play a lot that first year, and someone who's kind of grown from a reserve role into a leader of this program?
Well, without a doubt, she's put the work in. She is absolutely that kid that comes early and stays late. When she has a weakness, she's going to do everything she can to fix it and make it a strength. And I can't think of another player that has been more committed to what she's trying to do and to try to help this team win than she has in my 17 years. Now, there have been players that have matched that for sure, but she's among the best when it comes to I'm gonna just try to be great, and I appreciate that in her because it's catchy, she's not the only one in here, so she has set a tone as a leader. Like, she was a captain as a sophomore, and so she's a 3-year captain, and she sets a standard and holds people accountable to that standard, and that's hard to do, for that long, because sometimes you got to be the bad guy, and she has embraced that role and handled it in her way and her leadership style. But she is a do as I do, not as I say. She's going to put herself out front and do the work and let everybody know that if I'm willing to do it, you should be too. And we're gonna miss her like crazy, for a lot of reasons. And but I'm so proud of her for just staying the course, putting in the time and reaping the benefits of it.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app to stay updated with news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again.